What is good, YouTube? Warstu here with a video on the X-Men. So, following on from the news that Bob Iger confirmed when he said the X-Men are coming under the watchful eye of Mr. Kevin Feige, obviously the Fox Disney deal has to go through. I think we should start talking about when will an X-Men show up in the MCU. So we wanted this for so long because Fox messed up so many X-Men movies. Although I do love them all, I feel like they would be better if they were suited inside of the MCU. So it does make the most sense for them to appear in Black Panther 2 based on Black Panther's history with Storm. Although if it isn't inside the Avengers 4 post-credit scene, I can understand why, but I'm pretty sure they could fit it in there. So we know Scarlet Witch will be a mutant due to the new anthology book coming out, but not an X-Men, but it's an easier concept for the general public and audience to understand. So in the comics, T'Challa and Storm were to be married, and Wakanda was effectively opened up to the world, similar like it was opened up to the world after Black Panther movie. Black Panther's grandfather and father had begun exposing the isolated nation here and there. T'Challa, time as king, saw Black Panther becoming an international hero and his reclusive kingdom being put on the map. With the high-profile marriage of the King of Wakanda and one of the leaders of the X-Men, not to mention an audience of the entire superhero community of an Earth of a new age began. T'Challa and Storm spent time traveling the stars, serving with the Fantastic Four and ruling Wakanda together. Though many of the Panther's people viewed Storm as an outsider, still others embraced the African Queen as their Majesty of Weather. Sadly, the outbreak of the Avengers vs. X-Men event proved to be the undoing of their relationship. It wasn't the two fighting on opposite sides alone that did it. However, the invasion of Wakanda and the destruction and the death he caused in the wake of this event, T'Challa coldly cut off Storm, annulling their marriage, leading to years of tension between them. Over time, the rift would slowly heal, and recent years have seen Black Panther and Storm team up their run on Black Panther, and the short-lived spin-off Black Panther crew saw the two grow even closer. Superhero comics really allow characters to remain committed to relationships, with even the best example of comic books couplings usually having multiple separations. But the pairing of Storm and Black Panther brought the best out in both characters, combined the mighty two of Marvel's most powerful heroes. With the X-Men destined to come to the MCU very soon, the time is right now for Storm and T'Challa to finally meet in live action. Okay, so this is kind of interesting. So why am I bringing this up? Because I was doing some research on what would be the first X-Men into the MCU, and I found an interview with Ryan Coogler and comicbook.com. So Black Panther's director was asked a question on bringing Storm to the MCU, and he said this, but you got to remember this article is back from February before Black Panther actually came out. To be honest with you, I don't know enough about the acquisition to even talk about it, Coogler said. I'm like caught up there while we're trying to finish the movie, so I think if there's something that's going to go through, I can't think of better hands for those characters to be put in than Kevin Feige, I'll say that. So this is why it's interesting to bring this story up now, because Iger was asked if Marvel would absorb the X-Men franchise from Fox and if Marvel Studios boss Kevin Feige would oversee it altogether. His answer was, yeah, it makes sense. It's going to happen. But I want to be careful here because of what's being communicated to the Fox folk. But I think they know it makes complete sense for Marvel to be supervised by one entity. There shouldn't be two Marvels. So this is pretty cool. This doesn't confirm that Storm will show up in Black Panther 2, but seeing as Black Panther 2 won't be released to 2021 at earliest, this deal acquisition should be over from the latter part of next year. So just after Spider-Man Far From Home, around September time-ish, somewhere around there, it should be finalized then. So the perfect time to bring the X-Men to the MCU and push Phase 4 would be awesome, because now we know that Kevin Feige is going to control all of Marvel, so the Avengers and the X-Men. Although it didn't say Fantastic Four or Deadpool, it literally does say he's got some interesting ideas. So Bob Iger, the head of Disney, literally made it clear that Kevin Feige is going to be in control of everything. So guys, do you think they should bring this Storm Black Panther relationship to fruition in the next Black Panther movie, it does make a lot of sense. So in yesterday's video, a lot of people did say in the comment section that they do agree with me that they could put a cheeky cameo role at the end of Avengers 4 without even saying who they are. They could just have the bald-headed guy and 5 people stood behind him. Obviously, they could literally introduce any kind of Easter egg, cheeky Easter egg into it, kind of the sign, the X-Men sign, or anything like that. But I think it would make a lot of sense if they did introduce Storm into Black Panther too. I think it would be pretty cool. The fact that Black Panther smashed a lot of records until Avengers Infinity War came out and smashed even more. But you get my point. For an origin movie of Black Panther, it did very well. To introduce the X-Men, which is a new kind of superpower level, I guess you could say, into the MCU because it's completely different. Like, you can't compare the Avengers to the X-Men. Now, I think this will be fantastic. So guys, let me know in that comments down below who should be introduced into the MCU first. What X-Men? Obviously, we know Scarlet Witch is going to be a mutant, but she's not an X-Men. Who do you think they should introduce first? Obviously, everyone wants Wolverine, but they've got to be careful because if they can't get Hugh Jackman, then no one wants Wolverine without Hugh Jackman, let's be honest. So I think someone like Storm would be pretty cool. Obviously, they would have to recast a bunch of people, I'm guessing because obviously we do have X-Men Dark Phoenix coming out, and whether some of them characters come across is a different story. They're going to have to reboot the X-Men, I guess. There's not really much details. I just think it's a very interesting and relevant point to talk about at the moment. So guys, I do have that Infinity War Blu-ray giveaway, and I will be giving it away in the next couple of days. All you have to do is tell me who is your worst hero down below in the comment section here, and also on Instagram, because you know when Warstu does a giveaway, I contact the winner and then it don't hear from me. So what I want you to do is, if you're going to comment down below, drop your Instagram down below or your Twitter so I can reach out to you when I have a winner, because it's just simpler for me that way. Anyway guys, I will catch you in that next superhero based video very soon. I will catch you down below in that comment section, and I will catch you in another video very soon. Catch you later.